What's your name?
I'm outlaw.
Outlaw?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to ask a question. Just like when you go to court, you gotta go to when you go to court, right? They tell you your attire, you have to have on decent clothes, right? You can't go in there like a bum. Right? When you go in front of the magistrate, the judge. Okay. So when you go in there, they also tell you to do what when you come in? Take off your what?
Covering.
No, your hat. You covering what it is, take off your hat.
Everybody don't go in the courtroom with a hat on.
Yeah, you got to take it off. You can't go in the courtroom with a hat on.
Right. Some of them might have on
because that shows a sign of what? It signs of respect. They tell you to take your hat off in the courtroom because that shows respect to the courtroom of the magistrate of his courtroom. So
Moors don't take theirs
hold on.
It's not a hat.
Hold on, yeah. Look, when you go to the courtroom, you gotta take your hat thing off your head. You gotta take your hat off your head.
Moors don't take theirs off.
You gotta take your hat. If you go in the courtroom of the so-called white man, you gotta take your hat off your head. Just like that shows a sign of respect. Whoa. So the same thing he's saying here. And when you take your hat off your head, you showing a sign of respect to God. So if a Moor don't take his hat off, Moor just means black. He's an Israelite. Yeah. If he don't take his hat, if he don't take a hoodie, whatever you call, what you call it?
They call it a fez.
Okay, a fez. Yeah. A fez. Okay, we'll say a fez. If you don't take this fez off your head, that shows a sign of disrespect to God. Just like when you go to court, if you don't take the fez off your head, it shows a sign of disrespect to the courtroom. So it's just a sign, when the officer's going on, it's just showing a sign of respect. So if you respect the Most High, you would take the hat off your head. And she respect the Most High, you would cover her head. Read that again.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. Any man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head.
So get Revelations 19:10. It say any man praying or prophesying. So prophesying doesn't mean you have to be up here with us doing what we doing. When the Bible is open and Christ is being spoken about, you have to uncover your head because that shows a sign of respect. Read.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 10.
Bring it out.
And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me,
so he fell at his feet, sign of respect. Read.
See, thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant.
19:10, that was you at? Okay.
And of thy brethren that have the testimony of Jesus. Worship God, for the testimony of Jesus is in the spirit of prophecy.
Testimony of Jesus, the what?
It's of the testimony of Jesus is in the spirit of prophecy.
So when you testify what Jesus done, that's a sign of prophecy.
Right.
So go back to Revelation, go back to where you was at, and read that again.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4.
Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, dishonor her head.
So the other brother left. But are you as an elder guy? We learned in church. So that's the reason we got our head off, because we don't have a head on our head, because we respect what the Bible says.
Right.
The church don't do that. We go everything according to the Bible. Right. If you believe, right now we're prophesying, testifying. That's prophecy. We're testifying of Christ. So that means you would have to remove your hat.
I mean, I can walk away if you want me to.
You can do that.
But I'm not. But
it's on you.
Saying if I'm welcome to listen, I'm not going to take my hat off right now. But if I'm disrespecting you guys,
no, you're not disrespecting us. Read that again.
You don't need to make no point.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head.
Who is the head? Go up to the head of the man.
Verse 3. But I will have you know.
You thinking about us, read.
That the head of every man is Christ.
They say the head. I know it's not about us. No, I say you think it's not about us.
The brother welcomed me over here to listen.
I know, but what we trying to do? What we trying to do is.
I'm just listening. So don't tell.
We trying to we trying to get our people to. I'm not challenging you. We trying to get our people. We're trying to get our people to repent and follow God's commandments and laws.
That's right. Learn, but I'm just saying.
Okay, so you here trying to learn. You still got to keep God's commandments.
Right. But ain't somebody saying I'm not.
You have to
let me learn first, right? Let me learn first.
Get Psalms. Get Psalms 119. I know Psalms. Would say hearken. Don't take long.
Psalms 119,
59. 119, 59. Now you can listen to it. You say you want to learn. You can do that. You can do that. You can go out your time. But I got the scripture right here. because me and you dialogue.
made it about me and you.
Me and you are dialogue. Me and you are. I'm trying to talk to you.
The audience now, and then about the hat.
You're here.
Right.
You're here.
Well, I'm the only one you talking about the hat, though. See?
But when the word go out, everybody's listening.
Well, then keep
Go ahead, read.
No, you ain't got to
Go ahead.
direct it to me, though. All right, what I'm saying. Yeah.
59.
Psalm chapter 119, verse 59. I thought on my ways,
Read.
and turned my feet unto thy testimonies.
So David say he thought on his ways and turned his feet to the testimony. The testimonies of the Bible. Read.
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
He said he made haste and delayed not to keep the commandments. So he didn't waste any time to keep God's commandments. He heard it in the Bible and he did it. So he didn't sit back and say, I'm gonna take forever. Because our people like to sit, they say, oh well, I'm gonna take my time to go ahead and do it. We don't have much time here.
Right.
Get Romans 13:11. We don't have much time here on the earth. Even with our younger people and older people. Older people been here, but we ain't learned nothing here. Our people are learning the Bible now from the young prophets that came up, that been taught by the leaders of who taught us the scriptures in this book.
Right.
By the Spirit of Christ. Read.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Read.
And that knowing the time, that is now high time to wake out of sleep.
So this is the time that our people, the Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, need to wake up out of their sleep. You are not a Moor. You are not African American. You are not a Puerto Rican. You are not a Muslim. You are not Cubans. You are not Dominican. You are not Native American. You're not Colombian. You're not Mexican. You are the 12 tribes of Israel that God said you are.
That's right.
The people in Israel today are not the real. You can see how they doing on TV to our brother Yee. If we go and say I want to be Chinese, they will have no problem. If we go and say that we want to be in India with the dots. If we want to, I'm India. They have no problem. But as soon as you say that you are God's chosen people and you are Israel, there's a problem.
Right.
Because he letting you know who runs the earth.
Yes,
the black man think he runs the earth. You don't run the earth.
Bring it out.
You can't do nothing. The person that run the earth is the Europeans that's in leadership today.
Right.
They run the earth. You can't do nothing without them knowing it.
Yes,
You
right.
can see it on the media. Read that again.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that is now high time to wake out of sleep.
So they crucifying the man in front of everybody. Our people need to wake up. Because this right here, what is on TV, is showing our people who is the enemy against the children of Israel.
Right.
Who is going against the Negroes and Hispanics.
Right.
Read that and finish that, then we're going to go to Matthew 26. Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than what we believe.
It's our salvation is near. But we ain't going to get it. We don't keep God's commandments.
Right.
We got to keep God's commandments in order to get salvation. This is not our rest. This is not our home. We was ruling the earth, but now we're servants. Read Matthew 26. We're going to close out. Read Matthew 26.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is